Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is not a really planned video, although I'm fully made. So I did a video just the other day and it's getting huge reviews and I have no idea why. I was actually doing a review of another channel, specifically the latest video from Stargirl the Practical Witch, and I was saying how it was an amazing video. And this really interesting thing happened and we ended up going way off the rails. So, okay, in the spirit of that, of being all free and hippy dippy or whatever, I thought, why not talk about something that really matters to me, which would be my dogs. During this whole pandemic that's going on, we have to take care of our little best friends, right? This is one of mine. This is Miju. And here's the thing about Miju. She is a picky eater. We used to feed her the raw meaty bones diet, which is literally exactly the way it sounds, raw meaty bones. But there's a pandemic going on and there's a chance we might not be able to get back to the store eventually to go buy her more food, right? So here's the thing. My vet told me that I need to make her chicken soup from scratch, steam the vegetables, slow bake the chicken in the oven, and actually makes a really wonderful stew. This is how I would make stew for the rest of my family. So we started doing that, but the fact is I can't do it often enough. It's very time consuming. So she suggested these. Here's the thing. This does not smell like flowers. But in the spirit of what's going on, I got not one bag, not two bags, but 3 bags of the canned food. Because that was the other option. If you can't make them this delicious chicken soup where you're steaming the vegetables and slow roasting the chicken and making the broth with the bone broth and the better than bouillon, which if you haven't seen it before. Okay. I got scared for a second. Thought it wasn't there. If you haven't seen it before, this is the better than bouillon, and I absolutely love it. I swear by it. It has a lot less salt than the freeze-dried little dye-looking pieces of bouillon, and it's more like a real French kind of recipe. It's not exactly a gelée. It looks almost like a sauce, and they make it with chicken. And so, if you're into that, then this is for you. But I even used that for my mom when she was sick. But so I was doing that with the dogs and they were loving it, but I just couldn't keep up with it. So she said, do the cans. And she said very specifically, Newman's Own organic chicken recipe. Well, here's the thing. Newman's Own organic chicken recipe is a full $1.50 more than the Newman's Own chicken recipe. But I was also in a rush. So I didn't just get them the Newman's Own chicken recipe. Well, I did, actually. I got the chicken recipe, dinner for dogs, which was about $2 each. But then after 10 cans of that, I thought, why not get them something else they might like a little bit better? Although you can see there's another one. I got them chicken dinner for dogs, which is in the organics, and 100% goes to some sort of charity. I wasn't really in it for that, so I didn't check. And then I got the turkey brown rice recipe. And then I tried Crave, which is something totally different. They haven't gotten a chance to try that one yet. And then I tried more organic chicken dinner for dogs. It's too bad you can't see all this because it's a lot. And then I tried this. And then I tried this. I thought they've got to like something. And this is chicken brown rice recipe. And this one is more of the chicken recipe. And this is more turkey. This is more brown rice. This is more chicken. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. And the next bag. We also tried Buffalo Blue Diamond. Ooh. We also tried the Blue Diamond Buffalo. But here's the thing. You might be wondering, if I tried so many different things instead of just the chicken recipe, then why is there so much of the different chicken recipes? It's because, unfortunately, my dear little friends absolutely refuse to eat any of the chicken recipe. They won't eat the organic one, even though, well, one of them will eat the organic one if I do something very special and very bad for them. So salt is really bad for a lot of us, but processed salt is so much worse for all of us, especially for our dogs, because dogs have the ability to create actual stones. Once things are kind of off, they can literally start creating stones. So the dog that you just saw, my Miju, she actually had urinary tract stones that were that big. She almost died. They had to cut her open, all this stuff. So that's why I'm willing to try absolutely everything you can think of. Today, I'm mixing these two together. It's Purina 1 Smart Blend, which actually starts off with the worst thing possible for them. Look at this. Crude protein. Do you know what that means? Look it up. It's not good. Crude protein, crude fat, crude fiber, moisture. Moisture? Do you know what that means when they put in moisture? Very bad. Look it up. Primary ingredients. Chicken. That goes back to the crude protein. Chicken. Beef. Crude protein. Beef broth. Crude protein. Liver, pork, lungs. Pork lungs, brown rice, oatmeal. So there is some good stuff in there, but I just have to tell you, not all dogs need oatmeal. In fact, for some of them, it's actually really bad. So it's one thing if you think you're getting brown rice and meat with this, but you're getting kind of everything with this, including in the picture, there's like an egg, there's carrots. You figure that's just a picture, but no, there's literally just about everything here. This is kind of like a potion of shit. And I'm never going to get this again, including the fact that it looks like this. That's not okay. I don't know if you can tell, but there's this sort of waxy moisture that's kind of green that's sitting on the top. What is that? How does that even happen? One thing's for sure, the dogs aren't finding out because they're not going to eat it because I can't let them eat too much of it because other than the crude protein, once you get into the actual primary ingredients, potassium iodide, sodium selenate. The one thing that Miju can't have is the first ingredient after crude protein. So I thought, okay, I've already spooned a bunch of this into both bowls. I'll try to counterbalance it with the turkey and brown rice recipe from Newman's Own. Much better ingredients. Organic turkey, organic chicken, water sufficient for processing. That's frightening. Poultry liver, organic chicken broth, organic brown rice. So a lot of times they say organic and it's not, but it actually is. So I might go with this one again. Also, it had a smell. This one had a smell, but it was smell of old canned food. This one has a smell that frankly reminds me a little bit of like canned tuna, but I do smell a little bit of turkey at the same time. And you can actually see flecks of rice. This one really does look a lot more like food. So the trend right now is to make dog food like pate to make you feel good about it. It really just means squishy. But here's the thing. I've been trying this with them for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And I already know, unfortunately, from last night, when I got really desperate because Miju was crying a lot, the only way to get her to eat any of this is with this. Can you tell what this is? Can you tell what that is? Ramen. The only way to get them to eat this crap is by putting some ramen on top. This isn't even good ramen. This is the worst kind of ramen possible. It's also very constipating. It constipates literally everybody. It's because of the ingredients. There's literally no one who eats ramen and then goes to the bathroom. This is the worst thing for her to eat. And it is the only way that I can get her to eat this. Do you understand how bad this is for them? It's terrible. So that's my little review. Basically, if you're gonna go with canned food for your dog and you're used to doing a natural diet, try the organic line from Newman's Own, which is actually I was holding up the wrong one there. The organic chicken dinner or the organic turkey. If you have to make them a soup from scratch, use just a teaspoon or less, half a teaspoon of the chicken bouillon for 2 or 3 cups worth of soup to start. And if you're struggling because you just bought all this canned food for your dog because of what's going on in the world, you're not sure if you're going to be able to get them food again or when, worst comes to worst, you can do 1 teaspoon of this. Don't make it with the packet. The packet has even more sugar. The flavoring packet that comes inside this. I don't know if you've seen it before, so I'm going to show you. This flavor packet is basically death for dogs because it is mostly salt and then sugar. But from what I'm reading, so is this. This is as good as that. So if all you have is this, or if all you have is this for your little furry loved one, at least what's the only thing that's working for me to get them to eat is a teaspoon of this, which is the worst possible thing they could have. I spent enough for a vet visit on all this food. They won't eat it. Anyways, I don't know if you can see how many cans this is. And this is after a week of trying to get them to eat it all. Point is, I'll see you guys later. Be careful out there while you're choosing food to try and help your dog out during this time in case you're not able to get back to the store for whatever reason. Hopefully we won't get to the point where they've literally shut down all the stores, but if they do, don't even bother going with the regular ones. Only bother with, unfortunately, the most expensive ones being the organics. It's not worth it to go under the organics. They won't eat it. And one of my dogs is the exact opposite of a picky eater. She'll eat literally anything. Literally anything. Dead lizards. She will eat anything. But the organics is the only one that smells like food, looks like food, and that the dogs will eat without you having to put an incentive on top of it. It's something to keep in mind. Good luck, guys. Bye. Oh, by the way, don't forget, click like if you liked it, or thumbs down if you hate it, and subscribe and the notification bell.